farmer, friend, singer-songwriter, Lyal Strickland.
And that's farmer, friend, and jack of all trades, Chris Horn.
And we're those Tastebudguys.
Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining us one more time. I'm Chris, that's Lyal. We're those Tastebudguys.
How's somber sounding?
I was trying to tone it down. Just kind of
just like it's
mellow. We're doing Irish whiskey. Irish whiskey's mellow. I want to be mellow. Not so mellow, go over here and check out Ho Chi Town. You don't have to be mellow about that. It's not mellow at all. You knock your socks off. Anyhow, they appreciate you go check it out as well. Also, there's a Venmo code up here in the corner. You give that thing a click. Throw us a tip if you would. That would be very, very helpful.
Buy us a beer. Here's what I remark at is that there are.
It's like someone drinking right out of the bottle.
I thought that as well. Yeah, I tried to get the cleaner side, you know.
Wipe it off with the rag. I got WD-40 all over.
There are places across the country where beers are, $7, $8, $9 a beer. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Send us a beer.
$5 here or less.
Yeah, you can split a beer between the two of us. We'll be happy.
$5. Be great. Be great. Last thing before we get into this.
Yeah.
We was looking at some of our demographics the other day. You know, most of you guys that are watching this aren't even subscribed.
No.
That's true.
No.
It's true. Very few of you are.
They wouldn't do that.
So hey, if you're gonna watch it, go ahead and click the subscribe button down below. That'd help us out. Be great.
Yeah.
Okay. Woo! I forgot what was drinking.
It's kind of nice to see some brown juice in our glasses. So
crazy.
We've done a little bit of vodka. We've done a little bit of tequila this morning. And now we're moving on to the whiskeys. And I poured myself a pretty healthy pour.
That mine's up there a bit. Wow, man.
This doesn't...
It's so much funner having something in your glass that's got all this flavor and nose and smell things. And
Not having to be like, this one doesn't taste like anything. Well, I don't know if you should buy it or not. I didn't even say what we're working with. Well, you saw it on the title. We're working with the Sexton single malt Irish whiskey. 40% distilled in copper pots. I guess I really need to get into figuring out the differences in distillation methods. Because I'm sure I have a preference, but I could not tell you which.
I think copper is probably the right call in most of the situations, except for gin. Then I think it needs to be the stainless, probably. But
okay.
I feel like we're about to learn something here, y'all.
I assume that this is what they're saying here. So this is aged in Spanish sherry casks.
Well, okay. So
I think.
I was gonna say, I can
smell.
smell.
It's almost poetic. I'll just read it to you. Show up before dawn and you'll catch on the cool morning breeze the unmistakable oak from breathing casks once filled with Spanish sherry, now brimming with aqua vitae. I'm not sure if I said that right.
Water of life.
Steal a drop. Savor the notes of rich dried fruit and complexity driven by years in a deep oak-encased slumber. You see to be the Sexton is a spiritual trade and the whiskey is his favorite spirit.
Okay, one huge load of BS marketing in that.
Oh, there's more.
Oh, half a load of BS marketing
There's
in that.
another side. I
I think there's 6 sides.
I don't need to read it. Yeah. I think there is.
He's right.
Sexton there. Yeah. Clever.
Oh, I just got that.
Yeah. Well, see, I've been watching a lot of Sesame Street because I have a toddler. So
yeah, that's why. Sure.
All right. There's another little poem on the other side. But
so interestingly enough, that you read that. What I started to say before you started reading was this reminds me of the Oloroso sherry. That is some of the scotches we've had.
Oh, yeah,
aged in. So I suspect it might be
kind of the same
thing. Oloroso sounds Spanish to me. So I'd say it could be Spanish.
I will say this, like when I think Irish whiskey, I think light, easy drinking, smooth. I used to think Irish whiskey was the worst parts of Scotch and bourbon. It was like didn't have the smoke of Scotch and didn't have the bite of bourbon.
Until we realized we'd already drank the whole bottle.
Yes, yeah. I think I've like multiple times said that I don't really get into Irish whiskey. It's not my thing. And then the bottle's gone, and I'm like, well, apparently I do. My actions speak louder.
We definitely kind of like them, and you guys could go back and check out a few that we've done, plus some episodes we've done of comparison.
But this is a different animal.
It is. So I still get those notes of Irish whiskey down in there, but the primary thing you come up with is that dark fruit note, I think. And then that Oloroso, well, the sherry note, I think, is in there. That gives us that really sweet nose on it. And then underneath that, you can find some of those Irish whiskey notes in there. But I really enjoy that. Now, I have had a sip of this one time, but just a sip. And I think I'd already had several before, so I really don't remember much about it.
Wow. Those fruit notes punch through.
But to get brighter.
On the taste. Yeah.
Oh, you know what else is interesting?
What's that?
It's got a peaty note to it.
It does a little bit.
It does, more so than normally.
So, on the nose, I think like overripe cherries, plum. But on the taste, you're right. That fruit note is quite a bit brighter. And where I think a Scotch of this sort of ilk would tend on a deeper flavor scale. This stays pretty high, but pretty pactful.
So I was going to go a little different direction. I thought you started to say the same thing I was going to say. It's interesting that if you'd have served this to me and said it was a Scotch,
you'd say Highland?
I would, and I would say it's not very good. I was like, because it's like, this has no other good qualities of Scotch that I like. Serving to us and saying, hey, this is an Irish whiskey, it's fucking fantastic. Because it has so much deeper, darker notes than most Irish whiskeys have. I love it. And
different standard.
Right, it's a different standard. It's a whole different expectation, because when you pour me a Scotch, I have a completely different expectation laid out for it, even though it has a lot of the same notes.
I think if you're a fan of Highland Scotches, which I think it is a Highland Scotch, although I think it's kind of a Speyside. Isn't McClellan kind of a Speyside? Am I totally off on that?
I'm not sure. I can't remember.
But I know it's a Highland Scotch, right? We don't have any McClellan. We don't have it. We've got to get some. I think it's more...
Hey guys, remember that QR code I talked about at the beginning?
Yeah.
That will help us get some.
You're going to need a lot from McClellan.
We're going to need more than a beer money for that one.
But I think it's on that sort of, spectrum, right? It's got some darker, rounder notes.
I really enjoy this.
It's pretty good.
You know what I didn't do? I'm so sorry, Logan. This bottle was given to us by my son.
Oh.
My son donated this one to us, who finally turned 21 this last year. And this was a bottle he went out and bought for himself, and which is why it's mostly empty. Took after his old man. And then for...
He didn't. It's a dark bottle, but he didn't put that much of a dent in it. I mean, he did. He put a solid dent in it. But, he left us a solid amount.
So he brought it to a party at our house here a while back, and he said, here, Dad, try this. And that's where I took my sip of it. And I thought it was really good, and then he left it with me. And so I brought it up here so we could do this one. So this one is for Logan.
I think that Logan's donation is not that altruistic. I think he's really trying to make up for that really wretched tequila that he bought at the airport. It was I think he was like, I don't want to be called out on YouTube forever. He wanted to get us something good. Now, I think this is pretty damn tasty.
Now, I will say, I love the iconography on this. This is a bottle I've eyeballed for a while as well. It's very cool. It's got like a skeleton in the top hat. All right, what is that called, Lyal?
What?
The hat. I'm sure there's a fucking name for it that you know.
Hat? Okay. I think it's just top hat. Stovepipe?
I don't know. I'm waiting on you. I figure you're going to come up with it's an overlanding mountain.
No, it is a little squat top hat with a curved brim. I'm sure there's a specific type.
There is too. Ain't a baseball cap, there ain't a beanie. I know that. So, anyhow, then it's got the skeleton horse pulling the wagon with the skeleton driver. I like it stuff. I think it's cool. Very New Orleans feeling, but I like it.
It's a very cool bottle. Any idea what this runs right now?
If I was Just gonna guess, and I am gonna guess, we're gonna say it's in the $40 to $50 range, and I suspect that is very accurate.
I think that's
because all Irish whiskeys are in that range that I found.
think that would be very appropriate for this bottle. It's a good tasting bottle. It's a cool bottle.
Irish whiskeys. A lot of Irish whiskeys are in there.
Good Irish whiskeys.
And knowing my son and his budget, I'd say that's where we're at.
That's probably pretty apropos for this.
I would put this back on the shelf. It's a freaking good bottle.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're looking for something different for your Irish whiskey selection, I'd say go grab a damn bottle of it, right? It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So
We're gonna do a bottle of Michael Collins right after this, and I can tell you it's a lot different.
maybe, I don't know if it's going to be as, I don't think it'll be as good, but I think it's going to be a different animal.
Yeah, I think you guys define.
Okay, go get yourself a bottle of the Sexton. I don't think you'll regret it, and you'll bolster your Irish whiskey selection in your personal bar. Until next time.
Whether it be the Irish whiskey you're drinking,
Food you're eating,
clothes you wear,
or the people you're meeting, grab a buddy and try something new.
what's so funny about that?